Hey everybody, Giselle Grenier here from artplace.ca. Well, today I was given the rare opportunity of just being able to muck around in my studio just to play for a couple of hours, and I thought, well, on Creative Art Journaling, the Yahoo group that we have, we do journal page swaps. I introduced ATC size journal page swaps, and I thought, well, we're going to have to put them into something, because ATCs traditionally you just basically have them looser in a book. You don't physically bind them together. So I thought, but it'd be nice for them to go into an actual journals type of thing. So as I was playing, I started off doing one thing, and then by the time I was finished, I had created 3 separate things, and I've got stuff everywhere. It's unbelievable. It took me 2 hours to make this mess, and it's going to take me about 5 hours to clean it up. So what I did is I've been getting a lot of help from some friends on learning how to do all these neat things, and I am finding that stores, when I ask advice, all they want to do is sell me stuff. I don't necessarily need everything. So the first one I want to give a shout out thanks to Rena, and basically I wanted to learn to do some embossing, some heat embossing, and where I had the Ranger Perfect Medium, and I wasn't quite doing it right, and when I went to the store, she said, oh no, you have to have the Versamark pad to work with embossing powder, that the Perfect Medium is only for Ranger's distress, for the Ranger's embossing powder, which is not true. I was able to, once I learned how to do it, then I was able to use everything. So I basically took just a note card that was actually texture embossed, and I had bought a few months ago a Versamark pen, and I scribbled over the hearts, and then I sprinkled some gold powder, and then I heat embossed it, and then I took that same pen, then I went around the hearts, more powder, heat set that. Then I took a stamp and I put it into the black soot Tim Holtz, the Ranger distressing pad, the black soot, stamped that, put more gold powder on top, but didn't go everywhere, and then he set that so that way some of the black actually shows, which is kind of cool. Then I went over everything with some other color of distressing ink, and just kind of with a cosmetic sponge, and kind of roughly did that. So I got some practice out of that, learning some different things. I didn't want to waste this. So then what I did, well, I'm going to experiment on trying to make these ATC holder journals. So assuming, I'm going to pretend that there's going to be 12 months of ATCs. So if you have 12 note cards, this is great to reuse greeting cards, like Christmas cards or whatever, you can use them. So basically all I did was take some cardstock, and I just scrap stock, and ran it through my punch, which again, I'm all learning how to do all this. So I ran it through my punch, and I just did white. I didn't want to work with any colors to be distracted, just worked with white. And then I used Weld Bond, and this is a thank you to Mary for introducing me to Weld Bond. So I put just some glue around here and press that, and then I can put ATCs. Well, one thing I learned is that because of these little sticky thingies, these things that stick out, it's hard to get the ATCs inside. So now I know not to do a border punch that's got all these individual little sticky things out. On top of that, this is great for flat ATCs only. Okay, because if they're heavy with embellishments like this one here I did, it sticks out. Okay, so this is great for flat ones. Then if you did this, and then basically from here, we can then just stack these together. So you have 2 per, so you would have six of these for a year, and we can bind those together. We can either sew the individual cards together, or you can tape them, or put them into an accordion, which is called a concertina. You can put them into an accordion, glue that in, and I mean, that's down the way, but this is a way to kind of get started with your individual signatures for your ATCs. Okay, and these are just little thingies I made, little ATCs that I made. Okay, then from there, I thought, okay, well, what about if we want to do something smaller? Then I was playing with a Fiskars punch that I bought, eyelet punch. Now that I know how to use it, that works out really good. So now this, let's see, this shout out for the embossing, the clear embossing. I'm not sure who to thank for this. I don't remember who to thank for this. I used the Versamark on a butterfly stamp, put it there, clear embossing powder, and it just, you probably can't see it, but there's a nice clear butterfly texture there. So I use the Fiskars eyelet punch, and it's a little, oh, where is it? Little thing, very loud, but it does tiny eyelets. And then I made this little threefold here, and I was mucking around with some stamps, realizing, okay, stamps on textured paper, not necessarily so good. And this I basically did, which is a corner punch, and I basically did these for thicker, okay, for thicker ones. So these are some ATCs that I did, and this one I received from Jamila. She was my Musee on a mystery Muse swap. And she sent me this as a thank you. Beautiful little ATC. So these fit in quite nicely. But these ones here are great because they've got thicker pieces. So I put some pearls on this. And this one here, I have a button. But, you know, this is all texture. This is very, very thick, these cards. Because I've got crackling medium on here. So they're very thick. So these hold up well. Okay. Then just a ribbon to tie. Okay, and I finally figured out how to tie a ribbon. I was always tying it this way. Now I just do it this way, hold my finger. I mean, at my age, and I'm just learning now how to tie. See, I still can't do it. I'm just learning now how to tie a ribbon. I'm a painter. I went to school for painting and drawing, okay? Not for doing this stuff. I feel like an idiot. Okay, hang on. Let me try again. This way. I'm supposed to do it with my pinky, but my pinky's sore. Okay, there we go. All right, then I just glued this, and this I actually cut out, and I took these things that you could buy really, really cheap from Staples, and I just went over with a cosmetic sponge to distress them. Okay, so now I don't have to buy, you know, this was like a pack of 100 for like $2. Okay, so I don't have to buy special tags. I made my own, and this is with Perlex mixed in with gesso, and that's what made this sparkle. Then I went from here, and I went, okay, now this one, I had fun with this one. So again, I was playing with my punch, and then this is the Versamark pad, 2 different stamps with the clear, it's called Zing, clear embossing, heat set embossing powder. And then this one here, this is for thick ATCs, because I actually have a gusset here with the small eyelets, and then this holds it this way. I don't like the way this turned out, because if your ATCs are thin, these actually fall out. And another thing I did, I used score tape, which is fantastic, but the score tape is actually sticking at the bottom. The ATCs are getting stuck to the score tape, so I went a little too far. The score tape is a thank you to Mary, and amazing stuff. I just have to learn how to handle it. So again, some more ATCs. You probably can't see. I've got a lot of crackling stuff going on in here. And this is another crack. This is very, very thin. These very, very thick cards. So these are amazing to hold very, very thick ATCs. This one's got a really thick button on it. This one I did with paper accents. No, not paper accents. Paper effects. Paper effects around with the crackling medium inside. So these hold really great. Paper's too thin, so I actually have to make this thicker. And I have actually some stock where it's double-sided paper, so I'm going to do that with this. And I'm also going to make this band thicker, okay, so it'll hold this a bit better, and then just bring the eyelet in a little bit more, so it'll actually bind them right here, so these won't slide as much. But these are all just little experiments that I've been doing. Like I said, I was given a rare opportunity today just to play. I didn't have to do any commercial videos, didn't have to do any commercial designs. I just had, this was just my own playtime, and this is what I did. So, what else did I learn? Oh yeah, I was playing with using Deco triple thick on top of embellishments to make them look really textured, like this one here. Then I just added a little bit of a little crystal on here. You know, and again, this is something that cost me maybe a cent to make, this little thing, instead of, you know, paying the money in the store for something custom. And this looks like one of those Dymo machines to make the labels. You just find a font, print out whatever you want on your computer, and cut it out. That's free, other than the paper. And this kitty cat, I painted this. This was on Texture Free Arrow, very, very thick. This is Terra Skin, which is paper made from stone. It's not actual tree paper, it's made from stone. So I had fun with that. But again, see, this is where I'm stuck now to try to get this in, so I'm pulling it up and it's going to ruin this. So that punch, although I like it, yeah, I'm not big on that stuff, so I just have to learn more how to use it. Then here, I could put a ribbon, but when these are bound together, I can put an actual cover. So that's it. Just wanted to quickly show you what I was playing with. I'm going to actually come up with a couple of different actual proper instructions for these. When it comes for our ATC journals, to start putting them together. And I mean, you can use these for whatever you want. But I want to build up where it can hold 12 ATCs. I don't particularly like just putting them into a binder. I want something a little bit fresher, a little bit nicer. So yeah, so I'm trying to think of who else I need to thank. I'm pretty sure I missed somebody. I'm pretty sure I missed somebody to thank. But anyways, I'm sure I'll give out a thank you some other time. Okay, so that's it. That's all I want to show you. So have a great day. Bye.